Okay, well, welcome everybody. Thank you for all coming to What to Do and Not to Do After a TBI by yours truly, Mark Vobis. 9/11/2022, I decided to go for a bike ride. Well, I didn't think I was gonna die that day, but I almost did.
He was driving down the road and someone had veered into the bike lane and hit him from behind and then left the scene and left Mark laying on the road.
Now to the fun part of the story. That little plane up in the right, I got to fly in that.
Mark had to travel from Las Vegas to Craig in an an air ambulance. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to anticipate. And with that comes a lot of anxiety. As soon as he walked in, they separated us. They took him immediately up to his room and they had ushered me over to registration so that we could fill out some paperwork. When it was about a half hour, I walked into his room and it was almost, my anxiety and everything came just plummeting down. His entire team was in there in his room. What I had lacked as his wife was people helping me walk through this is what I immediately found at Craig. Really drive that left knee, drive it.
Good work.
The speech department, our main priorities are getting people back to eating and drinking safely, so swallowing, being able to communicate, whether verbally or non-verbally, and then also addressing thinking skills. And so we'll typically evaluate those areas and develop an intervention plan for the areas that are needed once a patient arrives here. When Mark first arrived, he was in bed and he was in a lot of pain. Despite that, he was still really willing to work with me, but I didn't want to throw a lot of testing on him at that time.
I could barely speak like 5 words, and then I had a gasp for air. I couldn't drink water, but she was set on getting me to speak and getting me to drink. And she did, she got me to do both. And she had her work cut out for her.
You're cruising.
When Mark was about partway through his stay, he communicated to me that one of his long-term goals was to become a public speaker in some capacity. And so Mark actually developed a 20-minute long presentation about his history and his injury.
Just devastated. We didn't plan on this. She still had to run her 2 executive level jobs and take care of me. And some of you might be surprised by this, but I'm a lot. I can be very particular.
I think it was very inspiring for people to see what he's overcome, his resilience, and his ability to still joke about it and have a great sense of humor.
I wish I could take that last 5 minutes and show it to a lot of cops.
That's what I hope to do. And just talk to people and just share my experiences.
Nice.
Yep, walking out.
Mark is one of the most determined individuals that I have ever met. He's amazing in so many different ways. He's very, very strong. He was not going to let anything keep him down.
He always wanted to help out the community. He wanted to help his peers. It started as a stress management group. So that was how the group began, and then slowly everyone kind of started talking, and he thought it would be really cool to turn it more into a peer support group.
Mark has been able to find those people and find those communities and those resources in order to help him continue to recover. This is not something that can be done in isolation just with a caregiver and the patient. It really does take an entire team.
Peer support is needed. It's a missing piece to the puzzle we found here in Las Vegas.
Getting updates from Mark that he's out there doing what he wanted to do in some capacity, like public speaking and leading and being a mentor. It's just really cool to see.
All right, well then I guess that's it, folks. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. Thank you all.